That was Mayo today saying all will play in the final preseason game. All 4 quarterbacks will play Sunday in Washington, but he's going to keep the rest close to the vest. Meaning what? Like Drake Maye could start? Well, apparently he did get more first-team looks today. Let's actually get more information on this. Alex Barth joining us now from Gillette Stadium. Alex obviously writes here for from 98.5thesportshub.com, and you hear him here on the weekends as well. He joins us regularly. Alex, how you doing? What did it look like out there today, quarterback rep-wise?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say more reps with the ones. This was the first time we've seen in competitive team periods Drake Maye take snaps from David Andrews with Mike Onwenu up front and with some of the more veteran receivers. Now, it was only a few, 4 or 5. He'd kind of step in. There were 2 periods. He stepped in after Jacoby Brissett, took a couple reps, and then the rest of the backups came on with him. He didn't throw the ball, so it does come with that pretty big caveat, but we can no longer say he hasn't repped with the ones. He has done that as of today.
Okay, sorry.
What's the point if he didn't throw the ball?
This is like the first preseason game.
Seriously.
For crying out loud. We'll put him with the ones, but he's going to hand off. I could have done that.
What is the point of that, Alex? And yes, if it sounds like I'm blaming you, maybe I am. What is the point of that?
I guess to get him used to the starting offensive line. Now, you could do that and have him throw and get used to the receivers. I would agree with you guys that it's maybe a half measure, I think might be the best term. Baby steps, whatever you want to call it. The point is for him to get used to being with that line and going through the checks and all of that with that line, specifically David Andrews. Could they have accomplished more on top of that? Yes, that's where my big second guess would be.
Well, so it's still, Alex, what they're doing on the field does still not match how Jerod Mayo is talking off the field about there being a competition. Am I fair in saying that?
Yes, absolutely. I'd say especially going back to his comments on Sunday when he was asked about Drake Maye being ready to be the starter just in general and mentioned him needing to build chemistry with that top group. Well, he's not just going to do that overnight. He's not going to do that in the film room. He's got to do it out on the field. So that, to me, is the biggest contradiction right now.
He took more reps with the number 1 unit, but he didn't throw the ball. Well, that's great. And again, I'm not yelling at you either.
No, yell at him.
That is, seriously.
That's why we have Alex on, so we can yell at him.
What is this staff doing?
I know my role.
What are they doing? In the first preseason game, they put him out there for 6 snaps. Then in the second preseason game, it looked like they recognized, boy, that was stupid. And then after the second preseason game, they work him out a few more plays with the ones, but he doesn't throw the ball. That is stupid. I'm sorry. That is dumb. That is really effing dumb.
And it's all your fault, Alex.
I guess I'll wear it. I don't know. We'll see now. There's 2 days left, and maybe this ramps up into him throwing tomorrow or him throwing Friday. He has played with them in games, so it's not like he hadn't been out there with them, but that's just whatever. That was the step today.
Okay. Was it a real practice?
It was a real practice in the sense that it felt like a regular season get ready for a game practice. It was a lot of going against the scout team, going off of cards, things like that. The intensity was up, but you didn't have like the starting offense against the starting defense full speed a ton like you would in most of training camp.
Has Brissett continued to suck?
Rough day for him. He's been worse, but
yes,
it definitely wasn't one of his better days. He did get picked off throwing to Tyquan Thornton in the 11s in a scout team period. He had another pass that should have been picked off. The safety dropped it, just cutting in on a curl route. The accuracy still with him, to me, is the big thing. It's just, it felt like he was putting the ball on guys more at the start of camp, and the ball placement hasn't been as good these last, 2 weeks.
So
Two weeks.
Yeah. So just to summarize, the starting quarterback sucks, and the backup, they won't let him throw.
You could phrase it that way, I suppose, yeah.
So it's, but again, let me add a little to it. The head coach says there's definitely going to be a competition. Then you get on the field. One guy gets most all the reps. He sucks. The kid that they say is going to compete, hardly getting any, and the ones that he does get, he only hands off. So that whole thing feels to me, Alex, not where you want it to be. And I don't know if that's not a question, but you can comment on that. It feels like it's not.
I guess
it doesn't feel ideal.
What I'd say to that is if you're somebody who wants them to start week 1, then it's absolutely not what you want, and it would be something to be frustrated by. For people who are fine waiting a month or two to put him in, they're slow playing it. It's not like he's not going to play.
Okay.
It's not like he's performing poorly. He had a really good day throwing the ball when he did throw with the second unit. So to me, it's more about that week one timeline than the bigger picture as a whole.
Then why don't they just admit it? Like, so now that's sort of my disconnect. Like, why all the verbiage given to a competition when there's clearly not one?
That I couldn't tell you. My default in these things is football coaches like talking about competition. They like hyping up competition, even when there maybe isn't one, and just saying everybody's competing. That's the tougher one. Is why talk about a competition that we don't necessarily see playing out on the field.
Okay, who else looks good? Who else looks bad? Give me a quick 3 up, 3 down. 3 up from today.
So rookie tackle Caden Wallace got a bunch of reps at left today because Vidarian Lowe got hurt early in practice, and I thought he looked solid.
Awesome.
And he's put together a few days now. So if we want to talk about maybe a competition, I wonder if Vidarian Lowe's going to miss some time here over the next few practices, if Caden Wallace can make a push. I think he was the big winner today. I would say Marcus Jones had a good day, too. He had an interception. He picked off Joe Milton and scout team. Really good play where he kind of made it look like the wide receiver was open and closed a lot of ground late and was able to get to the ball. I liked what I saw from him. Down day, I would say the tight ends as a whole. The top tight ends are out, and it feels like for guys like Jaheim Bell, there's maybe a chance to win a roster spot. I'm just not seeing him make the most of that opportunity. Another down, Jacoby Brissett. I know we just talked about him, but just still feels like it's trending in the wrong direction for him.
He's a permanent down. Just leave Brissett on your list. Don't erase the name. Leave him there. Just leave him there. Again, every week, just fill in the other 2 names around him. So you think Caden Wallace could start at left tackle?
Look, it was one practice. I'm not going to say based off today he could start, but he's put together a few good practices at right tackle, and he didn't look out of place at left today. He wasn't perfect, but it was rookie stuff, not like, oh, this guy's out of position stuff. So maybe not week one, but I think if he puts together a good showing here, Vidarian Lowe's out, even if they put Vidarian Lowe back in once he's healthy, now there's pressure because, hey, this guy, we tried him there and he held his own. Maybe he deserves more of a look.
Greg Bedard in the Boston Sports Journal did 3 up, 3 down, or 2 up, 2 down from the practice the other day. One of his downs was Javon Baker. Another drop, and he hung his head after. He's losing confidence by the day, running with the threes largely. Your thoughts on Javon Baker?
It's been a rough couple weeks for him. He certainly isn't helping his case. For a guy like that he's never going to be a volume receiver. That's not the kind of player he is. He's more of a big play threat. You got to catch the ball when it comes to you because you're not going to have that many opportunities. He struggled with drops on the near interception. Jacoby Brissett threw today. I thought that was one. He was the receiver. I thought it's one where he maybe could have made more of a play on the football. So he still looks a ways away. He's going to make the team. He's a 4th-round pick. He's going to make the team. I don't know how much we see him on the field, at least initially.
Is Christian Gonzalez looking any better yet?
Yeah, a little bit. He was better today. He talked last week a lot about testing different things in camp, and that is kind of what some of his struggles looked like, where he was he's using technique he doesn't normally use or playing things in a different way. So really since the joint practice and then the Eagles game and now a couple here, it seems like he's playing more his game, and I think that's translating. So he's been better. Still not maybe that blue chip level of play that was hyped up coming into camp, but not a player I'm worried about either.
Okay. I would just say, just summing up Alex's tone.
Yeah.
They blow.
Yep.
I mean, Alex is not going to say that. That's not how he does it. But for all intents and purposes, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I told you. I think the franchise record for losses in a season is in jeopardy.
Alex, your thoughts in closing? On Mazz's comment there, or overall? I'd say on Mazz's comment, it's 15, right?
Correct.
1-15?
Correct.
They got a tough schedule. I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing to ever happen. And there is one more game now, so they have that. There is one more game.
Yep. You agree.
Closing thoughts overall. Drake Maye looks good. To me, he's checked the boxes he needs to check to this point. I want to see him get more of an opportunity, and there's only 2 practices left before they go behind closed doors. So we in the media may not get to see it. The team will see it. We may not get to see it. But regardless of the reps and his path to being a starter, the way he's playing should be encouraging. It's the timeline at this point that's more of a question than his actual ability.
Okay, Alex, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.